All right. I don't know what to tell you. I had to restart this shit for PG. What does PG want from me, man? What do these guys want? Hey.
What's up, Big D?
Yo, what's up, PG?
Let's see. Let me see if I can set this
No,
light up
I
a little
think
bit.
I think it's appropriate, man. You look like the Darth Sith Lord or something like that.
It's pretty good.
Bro.
Let's see.
Yeah, bro.
That's about all I can do.
Look like you're trying to take over the Empire Strikes Back or something like that. Yeah, how's your balls?
Good to see you. Oh, balls are okay. You know how it is.
No, I don't know your balls. I don't know your balls.
I mean, you know how. Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean by that.
Thank goodness, man.
I've never seen your balls.
Well, no. Thank goodness. I'm just saying, you know how it goes. Balls come and go, dude.
Balls.
How you doing?
Okay. Balls.
Yeah.
All we are is balls because our fathers, we all come from our fathers, and then we get planted in our mothers. But it all comes from our father's balls, right? So in reality, all we are is balls.
Yeah. And also, if you think about it, balls come and go because balls ejaculate, but also they urinate because pee is stored in the balls.
Well, the penis is just the delivery device for the balls, if you really think about
it.
That's all it is.
So in a way, it's not like a cigar.
The balls are the mind of the cock. Like, for example, let me explain. Your mind thinks things, right? Your words would be your jizz, and your mouth would be the penis. The jizz comes out of your mouth. Does that make any sense? Okay. What I'm trying to say is your balls got the jizz, but that's so what? It needs the penis shaft to deliver it. So you got let me finish. You got the penis, but on one side you got the balls, and the other side the jizz comes out. Well, the jizz goes through. The jizz goes through it, if that makes any sense. But you understand what I'm saying, though.
I know what you mean.
It just sounds more homosexual the more I try to, because you're like, are we talking about cigars or cock right now? Like,
I think we're talking about pipe. Anyway, check this out, Richie. Check this out. Look at this. Look what I got. Brand new cigar, dude.
What are you smoking?
It's called Mexigars, and it's a Mexican Puro, and it's like a Claro Habano wrapper. It's getting super windy. And then Criollo and Mexican San Andreas Negro.
It's always awkward when they only really do that either with Steve Saka or like Mexican San Andreas cigars. They're like, it's a Negro Mexican San Andreas, and like Maduro.
Well, I think it might be slightly different because it doesn't taste like Mexican San Andreas.
No,
it tastes like
that,
the
but
Negro.
when they describe a tobacco as Mexican San Andreas Negro, you're like,
yeah.
I'm not exactly white. I'm not. My grandmother was born in Argentina, right?
Well, you look like a zombie, actually. Anyway, when Saka makes the blends, like with the Sin Compromiso, it says Negro on the tobacco. It tastes different than regular MSA Maduro to me, and this one tastes more like that. I think Jeremy would like this. It's like sweet, spicy.
Do you think
creamy.
that they're possibly like leaving it out in the sun longer, like as opposed to like a Maduro process? Because there's a difference between like you can take tobacco that wasn't left out in the sun that long and then do a Maduro process, versus like a sun-grown Maduro where like you're really leaving it out in the sun, especially like when they just leave the hair on the top and they let the sun get to it, and they really leave it out to get more ripe,
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's different because I know San Andreas.
Yeah, you're right on that. I mean, San Andreas, that's an area, right?
Right,
South of California. But the question
right.
is, you're right on that. What kind of seeds? What region? Um, how much age? What season? Is it a hybrid seed? Like, are you using a Connecticut shade and then growing it in next to San Andreas? You're right. Just like you have
Yeah,
Ecuadorian, what? Ecuadorian Connecticut.
right,
Ecuador. Then you have Ecuadorian Connecticut hybrids. I mean, you got like,
right.
there's a million different things you could do.
So what I'm saying is, since this cigar, this might all be Mexican San Andreas. You know what I mean? It's just different. You see what I'm saying? It's
Is,
different.
is the Mexican San Andreas Puro worth it though?
Um, I think, I think, based on what I'm smoking now, yeah, dude, big time, absolutely.
Now, of course, that's only a judgment of one. Meaning, it's unfortunately for you, it's not like there's like 20 different brands using this type of tobacco, making different blends at different quality levels and different aging and different techniques. So
That's true.
whether you love it or hate it, you can't say, "Oh, this is a good idea," because what I'm saying. It's not like an accepted idea where, for example, when you say Dominican cigars or Nicaraguan, whether they're puros or not, it's not. It's only common you see Mexican San Andres as a wrapper or
So,
really a filler. Once in a while, you see it as a
so
binder, but normally it's a wrapper.
logically, if you can show that one works, then you can say it's a good idea. And I think this one is good enough that I think it's a good idea. Like this proves it.
Yeah, but I don't think everyone has enough tobacco to do that. That's what I'm saying, though. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's
No,
similar to
sure.
Cameroon tobacco, where you're talking about a limited area, and also what's the
Yeah.
fucking market? Like, I'm saying. I'm not saying
Right.
it's not good. I'm saying good for business is a whole nother concept. For
Mm-hmm.
example, if Altatus the General could have done it, they would have done it. Like, oh yeah, let's make fucking a new brand with only Mexican
Oh,
tobacco.
listen, this is better than every single General cigar I've ever smoked.
Well, that's
That's made by General.
I'm going to have to agree with your usage of your First Amendment rights, but I'm going to have to disagree with that statement. I'm not even going to take the fifth. I'm going to take the fuck. And but no, I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying it like that, though. I'm also glad you use your rights to
I
disrespect
bought
me and in general.
I bought five of these, and I'm mad I only bought five. It's that good that I'm like I only have
Does
five.
it
I'm
feel
pissed
like
off.
more like would you get have a Cuban one where it was more like delicate flavors and enjoyable, but without being overpowering, or
Yeah, actually, it is. It's not like a cute. You know what? You know what? Actually, it reminds me a little bit. It's kind of like Aladino because it's kind of in that mid range, and
okay?
it's smooth. And it's not super complex, but there's some nice things going on.
Is there
It's
any
spicy.
funkiness to it or
hmm
no?
Um, there's a little bit of a different flavor to it, but I wouldn't go so far as to say funky. I say it's a bit creamy. It's quite spicy, but it's not spicy like annoying. It's
Mm,
spicy just to be enough to activate the palate. There's no black pepper, so it's very smooth.
yeah.
And the spiciness is very clean, and it has sweetness
Uh,
from Habano, but it also has that MSA Negro kind of sweetness, which is really good.
Well, Ryan brings up a good point and says Maduro fermentation is a process different than sun grown, as you already know. Thank you. I didn't know
Mhm.
that. But also, all tobacco is sun grown. All
Yeah,
tobacco is moon grown. There's not one tobacco leaf that wasn't grown under the stars, the moon, the planet Saturn, the planet Mercury, the planet Venus. And here's the thing: if
they don't grow it inside.
listen to me, if your
hmm
tobacco is growing out in the sun is much further away, allegedly, than the moon or Venus or Mars. So, in theory, isn't your tobacco Mars grown? I mean, not just
Yeah,
say for temperature, but the planet Mars. Okay, how about this? Planting your tobacco under certain zodiac signs. Does that affect your tobacco? And I think it does. Planting your tobacco at low or high tide, I think it's going to have an effect. Yeah, bro. It would be a great conversation, though. I mean, bro, can you imagine like Steve Saki's like he's like Mercury in retrograde and Venus at low tide, motherfucker. Like, bro, you're gonna start seeing like the all new Sober Mesa low tide Venus. You're like dude. I'm making up solid brands. I can be low tide Venus, bro. Who fucking wouldn't smoke that shit?
That's pretty good. Yeah, it could be Ecuadorian, could be Connecticut seed, but Ecuadorian grown, shade grown, and then also when Mercury's in retrograde.
And not only that, when it's low tide, and they harvest it at low tide,
and it tastes like shit after all that. It's not even good.
Caleb, #1 bot. What's up, brother? How's your balls?
Anyway, do you know that there's sort of a rich, almost like a chocolatey sweetness, but not quite chocolate. There's a rich sweetness that Saka gets on some of his cigars, and I kind of get it on this one.
Well, I always get chocolate, generally speaking, on Mexican San Andres. Mexican San Andres is one of my preferred chocolate notes, the way it balances out. Because it does it without being generally so dark, like Connecticut broadleaf. And also I find the Mexican San Andres cigars are more lively, where the Connecticut broadleaf, generally speaking, they could be darker most of the time, but also they're slower moving. So it's more like a slower vibe. So, I mean, I like them both, but you get what I'm trying to say. But Añejo will be a bad example of broadleaf, because what I'm saying is Añejo's not an aggressive cigar. But there are Connecticut broadleafs that are going darker and stronger than Añejo, and also less age. And I really think that also comes down to more fermentation. I think that's why Añejo makes it so smooth. Because you can't just say, well, just use lower priming, and it'll be less weak, so it'll feel smoother. Lower priming doesn't always mean just it'll be smoother. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Fermentation is everything, and then obviously blending style. But I got to give it to Fuente, where his tobacco is he doesn't rush the fermentation process. You got to give Fuente that. You know what I'm saying, though? Especially we're talking about like his higher end stuff. Basically Hemingway Up. Hemingway Up really has been really consistent. And bro, like, I'm a hard judge of character, so I don't care if I'm smoking Hemingway Cameroon, Hemingway Maduro, or really the unlikable Hemingway Sungrown. I mean, I can smoke it, but it reminds you, Hemingway Sungrown reminds me why I like the other two better. But that's why I like to have regular Hemingway Sungrown once in a while. I'm like, wow, the Cameroon's so much better.
I also just want to say, I think when I smoke stuff with MSA on it, it gives me a certain type of flavor profile, which is often very chocolatey, but sort of chocolatey toward the front of the palate. And it's a little bit earthy, and it can be black peppery, stuff like that. And this, I'm not getting that. I'm getting sort of the sweetness is more toward the back of the palate, as a little bit milder.
Well, what's interesting about that cigar is rolled in Mexico, right? So this is what I'm saying. All the Mexican cigars you had, let me rephrase that. All the Mexican San Andreas wrapper cigars you had weren't rolled in Mexico. So, picture people in Mexico have Mexican palates. So clearly that cigar is more geared towards what they would feel is a good cigar. Does that make any sense? That's what blending is. It's a decision. Blending is a decision. And I hate to say it, your surroundings, what you grew up with or without, creates your decision. Hence, like French wine, Italian wine. Yeah, it's all grapes, but there's a lot of decisions. You understand? So, for example, when you're having um, some Steve Saka cigar, Mexican San Andreas, or another brand with it, or old school Padron that had Mexican San Andreas, which they won't admit to, it's different than when they're blending it in Mexico. Also, I think lots of times they're using a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco, which pushes that wrapper harder. So you're not getting dark Nicaraguan tobacco pushing that, correct?
Sorry, this is called the Mexigars HBA. It's specifically the HBA, Ryan.
There's no Mexican. Yeah,
it's not the best. It's not the best cigar I've ever smoked, but it's better. It's way better than most of the cigars I've smoked.
So if anything, I'm just glad you're enjoying the experience. You know what I'm saying? Though?
Yeah.
The question is this. The question is this. If a month from now you buy it again, if you don't buy it on the regular basis, then it's just a pleasant experience, but it's not a major impact. You understand what I'm saying?
I got these off Actually, to answer your first question, no Nicaraguan tobacco in this, which is good. I think it's great. It's just all Mexican,
Well,
which I
no,
think
and
is
then it's just
working
interesting to see
fantastic.
how the wrapper's different because, in a way,
Yeah.
how is the Puro the best way to see how that wrapper's pushed? In some ways, you could say yes, but the other ways, you could say it's not the way you know it. Most of my Mexican San Andreas experiences is pushed by Nicaraguan tobacco. You don't really
Yeah.
see a lot of Mexican
Right.
San Andreas pushed by Hondo
J-
binder and filler. Like you don't see like Hondo. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Not Dominican either. That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think Dominicans like
That
you're not
can.
gonna see Dominican binder and filler. Generally speaking, what's up, Uncle
Hmm.
Larry? I don't
Hmm.
think it's going to push it hard enough. Um, it's just a different vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind some of that
Well,
in the filler, but
okay. What's interesting about this is the San Andreas Negros and the binder. So it's a Habano Claro wrapper from Mexico. I think it's
so
really
it's
cool.
almost like
It's
yeah.
pushing
So
it
in a
very
way, they're
differently.
giving you going like reverse osmosis. It's almost like they went with a lighter
Hmm.
shade wrapper,
Hmm.
but they went with a darker binder to kind of so it doesn't fall through. But in some ways, if you go with a darker, stronger binder than the wrapper almost becomes obsolete. It's almost like your vice president is more
Yeah.
likable than your president. Does that make any sense?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That so
But what's interesting is a lot of sweetness and strength and stuff, but I'm still getting that Habano over the top. I think it works very well.
no, I mean, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works when
Hmm.
you. I've seen the opposite, where like they'll have like a. It's common Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, and then Connecticut
Right.
shade binder. Sometimes it's like it leaves
Right.
it flat. If you want a more
Right.
silky, um, smooth Connecticut broadleaf with like that's not as ballsy, you put a Connecticut shade behind it because it's almost like it doesn't have its back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying though?
Right. Yeah, yeah, definitely. No,
It's
most
not. Let me
definitely.
explain the difference. It's like when you have a stronger binder. So whatever the wrapper is, if you have a stronger binder, it's like getting your head kicked on the concrete. You can't go anywhere. Does that make any sense? It's gonna do more damage. Whereas like like if you get kicked but you can fall and get pushed back, that's like having a weak
Yeah.
binder. It does less
Yeah.
damage. Less. Does that make any sense?
Well,
So
it's like you say, it's like pushing the wrapper, right? So it's pushing the
well, the
wrapper
wrapper
less
can't
hard.
go anywhere. You know what I'm saying though?
Hmm.
If you have a
Hmm.
weaker wrapper, it's almost like the wrapper could like you know and then you get the how the blend and everything else. But what I'm trying to say is, generally speaking, when you go with a stronger binder,
Yeah.
um, it pushes what the wrapper is, and
Yeah.
when you go with a weaker binder, it can get a little lost in the sauce. But
Right.
sometimes I think it works though. That's all I'm saying. Generally speaking, and what I'm saying is with stronger wrappers. So generally speaking, why the fuck would you
Hmm.
go with it's more common, I think, to have a weaker wrapper and a stronger binder than a really strong wrapper that put the weakest low priming binder. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's nice because it's kind of like having a soloist or like one instrument out front with the wrapper and then like a whole chorus behind them. You know what I mean? That's just kind of bringing it up and filling it out. That's how it tastes anyway. It's going really well.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
there's a lot to think about. I mean, and then the ideas of all these a lot of people using double binders. It's like,
Hmm.
does the position of the double binder matter, or like does it,
Mm. Yeah. I don't know.
or does double binders even do they neutralize each other? For example, let's say you had a Mexican San Andreas, but then Connecticut broadleaf and Connecticut shade double binder. What the
Hmm.
fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, does it really
Hmm.
matter? Or like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's other factors to it. You know what I'm saying? How much age and fermentation and priming, but
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. Brands using that of lately. We've been seeing brands using double binder. I don't know which ones. I just recently I reviewed a few cigars with double binder. Dude,
Hmm.
I review a lot of cigars, man. Like
Oh yeah.
there's part of me that's like, I don't think I do a lot, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I review a cigar every day, bro.
Hmm.
Fucking like, I think I do. I post a lot of videos or no? I think I
Yeah. Post a ton of videos, dude. You should
right.
if you uh-huh. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just gonna say, if you see this in the shop, this should be another one. I think it's pretty fun. If you like Mexican food,
I
I think
think
it's
I've
really
seen
fun.
it though, and I feel like I did review one Mexican cigar in Florida, but I didn't really
Hmm.
go crazy about it, but it was expensive. It wasn't that
No,
brand.
this one's brand new and it's like $10.
That's what I'm saying. No, no, this was more expensive. This was
Yeah,
Florida,
yeah,
like $14, and that was 2 years ago. That was expensive.
yeah.
And I remember like I remember just saying it wasn't worth the money.
Hmm. This is absolutely worth the money. I tell you though, I got them on Page for like, it was like $4 a stick.
That's not bad.
At that price, I'm mad I only bought 5.
That's not
Seriously.
bad. I'm gonna catch up some of these comments. Uncle
Okay.
Larry says return of the goat. Ryan says the Americans they hate Americans too extra goodies. They hate a cigar. I'm not sure. I'm getting confused here, but that one.
Wow, hold on. Sorry, Richie, right there.
What happened?
This thing is extremely good, dude. I just got like a full flavor of spiciness and fruitiness. And it's almost like it reminds me of mole a little bit. Reminds me a little bit
Dude, when I
of
get like a nice amount of
mango
spice
with chili.
with like complex fruits
Wow.
and like spice like that,
Yeah.
that's always a fun time. I always enjoy that.
This is so good, dude. It's so good. All right. Sorry, keep going. It's just one of those moments.
I'm glad you're having a good experience. Purple Goat is cool and chill. I want to try Casa 1910 Mexican cigars. And then Does One says, I'm convinced Padron uses Mexican wrappers. Yeah, they used to. I don't think they do anymore. I believe you're correct on that. But I'm telling you, the past year and a half, Padron doesn't taste the same. They don't. So yes, old school Padron. I mean, dude, the past 15 years, I'm telling you, it was even in articles, and even the guy Frank that was running one of the best cigar lounges in Long Island, Matadors, back in the day. Now they've fallen apart. He was well respected, and every week they had events. He knew all the reps, and he flat out said, "No, that's a Mexican San Andreas Maduro on the 26 and 64." Dude, they changed. They changed. I don't really fuck with them.
That's why I had to.
Dude, it doesn't taste the same. And this is how you know, bro. I don't buy them. I'm telling you, man, like, even though Padron was expensive, I always fuck with Padron because the 64 and 26 was always worth $14 to $16, $18. I always enjoyed it. When I was in that mood, and I'm telling you, I'm not in the mood for them. And it's not me. It's not my palate, bro. Because I still like other brands. So what changed with them?
No, they fell off, man.
And not only that, the construction, bro. I posted the construction. So if I could literally prove the construction change, bro, I mean, dude, patches on the wrapper. I mean, the cigars look hideous for a $16 cigar PA price.
No, they're eating off the name now at this point. But I haven't smoked any of the really high end ones, so maybe the high end.
Well, the father passed, rest in peace, Mr. Padron. And not for nothing too. Maybe he lost. No, they can't say money because Padron's got money, bro. I mean, Padron's worth more than $1 million, bro. They're probably worth more than $10 million. Of course, though, they have a lot of, I'm not saying liquidity. I'm just saying they could be $100 million. I don't know about $100 million company, but they're a big business, Padron. They have a lot of land, but you got to spend money to make money. It's not like the cigar they're selling today. They could have started work on it 7 years ago. So I mean, it's the fucking bro. Think about the cigar business, especially if you're what's the word? Vertically integrated. When you got to procure the land, get the land ready, get the seedlings ready, planted, and from that moment you're like with Padron. Yeah, our 5-year cigar, but then I don't do it. They don't do any aging room. But even then, by the time you get it to market and everything else, it could be 6 years for the time you put it in the ground. That's a long time to make some money, bro.
This cigar, I don't know if I'm being like prejudiced because the guy who made it said he tried to, involve like Mexican type of flavors. So I don't know if I'm imagining stuff. I'm probably imagining it a little bit. But
Mexican culture, their stuff is loud, lively, fun. It's more. It's you know what I'm saying. No, it's not snooty or snobby. It's you know what I'm saying though. Like it's.
Well, I grew up in LA, so I love it. That's obviously very important to me. But I just wanted to say it started, and I got some kind of flavors like mole because it was more earthier and chili and stuff. But now I'm kind of getting like a lime or mango or chili type of more in that range where it's now more fruity and light. It's not exactly those flavors, but it's more in that range, and I think it's tremendous, man. Honestly.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Uncle Larry says hello. He says he's heartbroken. You said Padron 64 isn't as good. 64 was crazy, bro. I'm telling you, man. No, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. I love Padron 64 and 26. Over 15 years smoking it. I'm telling you, they don't taste the same. I'm saying right now. So if you're still having the same experience, God bless. I hope you do. All I'm telling you is every time I have one now, the past year and a half, like it doesn't taste the same. You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
How's the pink smoking the way it's supposed to be smoked? Is it smoking better or worse?
Oh no, it's better this way. However, though, it was still great to enjoy it the other way around. I think starting from the stronger end, in this case on the pink, it doesn't do it justice because it was still enjoyable. It really was. But the regular way, the flavors are more aromatic, more lively, and it gives it time to build up, and
Right.
you get to notice more things. Where the other way, it's kind of like, know what it's like smoking a cigar backwards? It's like sending a 5-year-old to 12th grade, and every year he goes down.
I don't think that's exactly correct, but I know what
You
you
can
mean.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you can
All the
make your
time, though.
opinion. Yeah. You understand what I said though, right? You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I hear what you mean, but I also think like maybe I wonder if it was a little bit different experience, like when you smoke a Fuente backwards, but it's a Dominican Fuente. Wonder if it's different with the Nicaraguan, right? Because the Nicaraguan can be a little bit, I don't know, not stronger per se, but you know what I mean. You always talk about it's a little bit dirty. Often the Nicaraguan tobacco that comes out.
Yeah, but this is me. It's not a dirty cigar, but it's definitely a little more edgier for
Right, that's what I
Fuente
mean. Sorry.
because Fuente
Yeah.
never has Nicaraguan tobacco. So I like this mix because it gave the Fuente a little groundness to it, a little not just
Yeah.
earthiness, but it gave it a little more bass. You know what I'm saying though? And
Smoking it backwards.
I enjoyed it. Now hold on a second. Ryan
hmm
says Nicaragua's a dirt poor country. They're making bank just like Padron, of course. Hold on. He says I haven't had a 64 in 4 years. Hold on a second. Okay, so Ryan, you're proving my point. I just said that Padron changed a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. Padron changed. Before I left Florida, Padron changed. I left Florida September 28th of 2024. Probably like in August, right before I left, Padron changed. Jeremy, go fuck yourself. And but the thing is, I'm telling you, Padron changed. It's not the same. I can't speak on the family reservists, but I'm not spending $40 for family reservists. I'm just not. I'm just not.
Can I just want to say something to
Yeah.
Jeremy real quick. Jeremy, this cigar opened up. It's a Mexican cigar. It's all Mexican. It's like a Habano Claro Mexico wrapper, but then a Mexican. I think I must say Negro, like Saka uses. And the beginning of the cigar opens up with that same kind of sweetness for me that Saka gets out of his blends. I think you might like it. And it's spicy. It's chili pepper, and now it's gotten a little bit more light and fruity. It's more like in the lime mango chili range, with earth and stuff like that. That's not the best. Those aren't exactly the flavors I'm getting. I'm just saying the more of the overall impression of the area of lightness and body and stuff. So I think this thing is excellent. If Jeremy, if you like Mexican food, a little bit of spiciness, I would highly recommend it because I think it
All
actually
I
reminds
heard
me of
is
some of
that
the Saka blends.
you were trying to ask Jeremy out on a date tonight. Is that what you were saying? You like Jeremy?
Yeah, yeah. I was wondering if you wanted to go for Mexican food.
Are you a homosexual?
No, not as far as I know.
Hmm.
You could always find out new things about yourself, though. Sure.
Well, you don't want to
Uncle
find
Larry
out too
says,
late.
"Uh-huh, that's
If
true."
if you're on your knees and your arch back, you're like, I didn't know I like this. You're like,
Mm.
now I know. Like, knowing is half the battle. GI Joe.
Well, it'd also be sad. Like, what if you're on your deathbed and like the male nurse comes in and you're like, actually, he's pretty cute, and then you're like, oh man, I missed that whole thing.
Yeah, that's never
That'd
gonna
be
happen.
horrible.
Yeah.
Uncle Larry says Padron changed, Mirafel hoarding the Cameroon. What is next? Yeah, it's so true. The Titans have fallen. It's a good time to smoke different cigars. This one's called the Mexigars HBA by Casa 1910, Jeremy.
Yeah, I was trying to cover for you, PG. If I'm on my deathbed, I'm not thinking about sucking cock. So
Yeah. Well, you don't know. You don't know that. You don't know that yet, man.
oh,
I'm just
yeah.
saying. You never know. Could find all sorts of things out about
No,
yourself.
no. And there's not an ounce of me that would ever think of that. But let's just say hypothetically, for your story's sake, if I made it through my whole life without sucking dick, and I'm on my deathbed, and my family's like, "Grandpa, go with God," I'm like, "Hold on a second. No. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be your moment. Like instead of like, oh, pull the plug, you're gonna be like, oh, plug me. You know."
Yeah, why not?
Also, I'm gonna say this: how come people like when they're dying and that's it, they let them just rot in the hospital and IV bullshit, bro? Give them fucking booze. And listen, if this is it, we're dying wrong. We're dying wrong. We're dying sadly. If this is it, if you know it's your time, give that man a drink. Let him get drunk. If you know, like this is it, have some drinks. Have your family there. Tell some stories. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Though, like, make it a party. Like, why are we gonna sit there and like, you know what I'm saying? Though, I think, dude, it's too
Well,
much.
I think it depends how you like to die. Everybody probably has their own
No,
preferences on how they like to
dude, you
die. You
want to
know.
die in the hospital bed pushing the morphine drip? No, give the guy a drink. Give the guy. Forget about the IV. Put fucking tequila in the IV. Give him some booze. That's all I'm saying.
I think I'd rather be sober, personally. I think it's just a point of view, man. Also,
Have you
Ryan
seen
says
a
that
lot of people die in the hospital? I have. And I'm telling you, it'd be better if they were drunk. They would rather have a drink.
you could
That,
open your own hospice, dude. Drink yourself to death at Rishi's hospice.
yeah, bro. Fucking, give that motherfucker. Listen, it'd be open bar funeral. Give this person some drinks. I'm not about, I don't recommend drinking a lot in your regular life. What I'm saying is, if you're on your deathbed, yo, have some drinks with your family. This is it. This is it.
Bro, I'm getting tons of lime on this.
Nice.
Reminds me a little bit of a
Street
it's like a
tacos.
spicy version of what's the cheap Cuban called?
Yes, and the one Jeremy sent me, I know what you're talking about. It's a
You
good
know what I'm
cigar.
talking about with the Vigueros. It
I
tastes like a
like, I like that cigar.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good cheap cigar. It's
Hmm.
just the perfect amount of dirtiness and
Yeah.
edginess that it knows what it is, and that blend is fun.
Richie, I remember you smoked a Casa 1910. It was like $20, and I looked at the blend, and the blend seemed horrible. And you smoked it, and you said it was horrible. This one's a pure. I
Oh, you're
think
talking
that
about the
I
orange one I smoked in Florida.
yeah. But I think this is good. Like I think as long as they stick to Mexican tobacco, they're going to be successful. I think this is nice.
Would you eat Jeremy's ass for a box of that?
No,
All right.
I would consider purchasing a box of this at a good price.
Well, I just wanted to see how good the cigar was.
Well, are you saying I can't get it any other way?
No, I'm just. I mean, whatever.
Because it's like, well, it's like okay, let's say I could get a box for $80 or $100, right, on a
Yeah,
good sale.
yeah.
So you're what you're really saying is, would you do that for $100, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to see if you're homosexual.
Well, I told you, not that I know, not that,
I know, bro. Well, here's the thing. If you only did that for money, if you're doing it for free,
not
you
so.
are. But if you're doing it for money, you're really not. You're an opportunist.
Okay, okay.
Jeremy
Jeremy says no
said.
box is worth that.
Jeremy said no box.
For me, Jeremy, or
No,
for
Jeremy
you?
said no
Jeremy
box
won't
is
even
worth
let me,
that.
man.
He said no box is worth eating someone's.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well,
Yeah, bro.
but no, I
He said Puro, Michigan. Jeremy said Puro,
that's funny.
Michigan.
That's funny. Michigan Puro, yeah.
Uncle Larry with the save.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Larry with the save. VIP.
You do not don't want Maduro filler on that one.
That's right. Tonight's show is brought to you by Puro Michigana.
Yeah. Now with
Nice.
all Maduro filler.
Also, tonight's show is brought to you by Puro Michiganeria. Yeah.
Okay.
Same glade flavor, half the itch. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Would you eat his ass for a box of the You're Thinking a Short Story?
No.
Okay.
All right. How about this though? Would you? Let's just say there was a device attached to your penis, and that device had like a 6-foot pole.
I'm already out, bro. I'm already out. I don't want any device attached.
All right, you're missing my point. You got like this, like you got like a pocket pussy strapped to your dick. So but at the other side of that is a 6-foot pole, and then a dildo on that. Would you bang Jeremy in his ass? You're not actually in him. Does that make any sense? For a box of those cigars.
I don't even want to do the first part of that. I don't want to get hooked up to that.
I'm just saying, at that point, is that even you? Is that even you? It's not you, is it?
I think I don't know, man. I
I'm
think you're
just
some
trying
sort
to
of
see where the
philosopher.
line starts and stops. I'm not even recommending.
You should get a PhD in whatever these questions are. You should go to school for it. Write a thesis on it, dude.
Because at that point, it's just like an avatar. It's not really your dick inside Jeremy's ass.
Yeah.
Jeremy says, "Why am I the center?"
So you're the ones with all the cigars, dude.
No, Jeremy, it's for all the complaining on the Richie show that Richie's got to get you back. It's okay. Jeremy's never gonna complain again. He's like Richie. I love the show. The news is great.
Yeah. Richie, I'm really sorry. My phone is about to. I will.
Hey, they give you a
Planning
phone
to
and
come
drink.
on live. I just saw you on. So.
Oh, PG,
What'd you
come
say?
on, man.
No, it's about to die. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't have any power.
Isn't it funny how we use
I'm
the
sorry.
phrase "my phone's
Yeah.
gonna die," and then when you when you recharge it, it comes back to life? So your phone's not dying. If Is your phone a zombie? If your phone dies and you keep on bringing it back to life, how is that possible?
My phone's gonna pass out, bro. My phone's exhausted.
Your phone's gonna go
He's
to
gotta take a
sleep.
nap.
Yeah,
He's gonna
it's
go
gonna go to
sleep.
sleep.
Well,
It's gonna go to
sleep is different. Sleep is different because you can wake it out of sleep. But he's
That's
just
my
knocked
term.
out.
Yeah.
He's knocked out.
Caleb says dry hump. Caleb, I knew Caleb would be down. Caleb would do that shit for a box of quorum. He's like, "Yo, Jeremy, sorry, bro." He's just like,
Yeah, like Caleb could be the center of those hypotheticals for you. On
Look,
the
at
other
the end
side,
of the
on the
day,
giving
we're
end.
just regular guys smoking cigars, and I appreciate the camaraderie. Thanks for coming on. Always a good time.
Thank you, man.
It's
Nice to see you.
cold over here. I had a crazy day. I told you what happened. I had a
All right.
massive.
All right.
I had a
I'm gonna dip
massive.
off, man. Stay
What's that?
safe. Cheers, Jared. I'm gonna
Take
dip
care,
off,
bro.
but stay safe. Good to see
Go.
you. Cheers, Caleb, Uncle Larry, Ryan, Jeremy. See you guys. Peace. Thanks for
Later,
having
bro.
me.
Take care. I had a massive, not I guess blood clot, but a massive. I guess all the dry air. It's been like 4 degrees, 5 degrees. And all the heat's on. So I had a massive nosebleed. But I mean, I had a nosebleed that, like, it was not normal. I mean, like, my hands, my shirt, my face was covered with blood. And I mean, covered. Covered. It looked like a horror movie. And my right nostril was bleeding for about 10 minutes. And I mean, like, I got so lightheaded, I passed out. Luckily, I was around people. Yeah. Yeah. That's all right though. Yeah. So. What are you gonna do? Luckily, I was around good people. They took care of me. But 45 minutes later, no big deal. I went home. I had some dinner. I took a hot shower. Took an hour nap, and then I went to the gym and I murdered the heavy bags. Murdered them. Oh man, I'm breathing great. Oh man, I can smell across the street. That cleared out my sight. I'm not even joking, bro. Yeah, it's the dry air. I mean, oh my God, it's a dry winter. And yeah. But crazy thing, when I was at the gym, I'm murdering the heavy bags. Plop, 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 doing bare knuckle. And 6 cops roll in. Tactical vests. One cop's got a piece of paper. Oh, that's a warrant. That's a warrant. And 6 cops roll into my gym, Crunch Fitness, and it was packed about 7:30. Hundreds of people there, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? Why is there 6 cops?" I mean, they rolled in heavy, looking for someone. I gotta say this: if the cops are looking for you while you're at the gym, you're fucked. They really want you. They really wanted you, and here's the catch: I'm murdering the heavy bags, and I'm watching the cops. Like, who are they looking for? All the girls got the cameras out. I look at the cops, and I look to the left of me, and the guy to the left of me is the only guy not looking at the cops. He had his back turned, and he's looking at the cops at the mirror. There's a mirror on the wall, and he's just looking at the wall at the mirror. And he doesn't turn around. And I'm looking at all the people, and I'm looking at all the cops, and they're looking for someone. And I'm looking to the guy to the left of me, 5 feet away from me, and he's looking at the wall. I'm going, it's got to be him. It's got to be him. And then he takes his shirt off. He takes his shirt off and he starts flexing. And I'm going, oh boy, this is going to be a rumble. This is going to be a rumble. It's going to be a rumble. This is going to be something. It's going to be something. But then the cops, they didn't leave, but the cops went to like the other side. And then he like snuck out, went down the side, and he went into the bathroom. Well, the cops found him in the bathroom and he got arrested. Yo, free my homie, man. He was just trying to get his gym set in. And anyways, though, they got him. They got him. They got him. He said here in New Mexico, the winter, yeah, dry, yeah, 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 yeah. I have never seen 6 cops roll up heavy at the gym. What did you do? What did you do for the cops to come get you at the gym? I don't think for that, my friend. Yeah, bro, they did him dirty, like you know what I'm saying? No, like they embarrassed that motherfucker. That was a message. That was, they could have waited for him to leave the gym. No, they were looking for him. My opinion too. If someone's a dangerous felon, they probably want to get him while he was working out. So you know what I'm saying? Though, like he didn't have his gun on him or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Though that makes sense. I guess they didn't want to go after him on the street. Because if you knew what Jimmy goes to, you know where he lives or where he works or his address. I mean, how you knew where Jimmy went to, right? So, well, why get him? Why get? I've never seen a guy get. Why arrest the guy at the fucking gym? Like, what could you have done? Like, yeah, is he pumping iron? Yeah, get him. Get him in front of everyone while he's doing a superset. He's sitting there like, all right, what is he doing? Incline chest? Yeah, they can give him, I don't know, they can give him elliptical bands. I don't know. Nobody gives a shit. Well, anyways, though, on that note, guys, I'm going to smoke my other one, but I'm going to go lay low. I wish everyone the best. Have a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. It's freezing out. It's like 5 degrees. And I'm trying to keep my eardrums from freezing over. God bless everyone here. Ryan, Uncle Larry, Caleb, PG, thanks for coming on. Everyone have a great time. You stay fresh. You stay out of trouble. There's no cigars in prison. Bro. The guy was right behind Richie. I was sitting there, boom, boom. I get the bag swinging, boom, boom, boom. I guess that's why they didn't see him. He just looked at the wall. He's just looking at the wall, and I'm sitting there, plow, plow. I'm looking over at the cops. He's looking at the wall, pow, 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 pow. I'm sitting there. They got him. It is what it is, guys. I can't stress it enough. Stay legit. Don't go to prison. You don't want 6 cops coming to get you while you're in the sauna. Not a good look. What a shit. Imagine getting arrested at the gym in your gym clothes. You know? Yeah, bro. You don't want to get arrested. Imagine getting arrested at the gym in your sweaty gym shorts and socks. And like you're gonna go to county like that in your shorts, dude, you're gonna freeze. Dude, they didn't, they're not gonna let him. Oh, can I put my regular clothes back on? Fuck you, motherfucker. Lock up. And they were showing people at the gym his picture. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Well, it wasn't me. It wasn't Richie. I don't commit crime. I don't do anything bad. I even filter my water, and I eat prunes. And I limit my alcohol, and I don't drink and drive. Gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, I'll see you around. Stay fresh. 2 showers.